Hey everyone, thanks for coming to this live stream. It's kind of a first for us. We're trying a lot of things new, definitely trying a cool setup here. We're going to have an interview with a couple of people today, maybe even the third one if he has a chance to pop in. This idea came up like 2 days ago because we want to talk about the upcoming deadline, which is this February 14th. Some of you know that day is Valentine's Day, which is great. Spend it with your loved ones. But before midnight, make sure you submit your project to the Deep in the Heart Film Festival so that we can consider it and hopefully show it in our 2023 Film Fest. So to that end, I want to talk about some other things that are happening. We have the guest that couldn't come today. He was trying. He and his producer were trying, or co-creator rather, were trying. They are both in transit. One is flying internationally, and the other is just flying between work. And he unfortunately got his flight got moved up, so he couldn't join us today. But I'm talking about Gregory Kasinich and Lauren Knoll, and they are the winners of last year's script writing contest. And by the way, if you see my young son's feet in the back there, he's hanging out doing his homework. So keep an eye on that if you want. See how those feet go. So Gregory and Lauren, they won our best screenwriting contest last year, which allowed them to basically enjoy what we're calling our screenwriting contest grant, this production grant. Now, the way that works is, this is something we do every year, so it's not just being done one year. We're going to do it again this year. The way we do that is that the winner is eligible for $2,500 in a production grant, and that's with receipts. So basically what you spend is what you get back. And then, of course, that also includes a hotel and a camera package that is given to you from our partners with the city and with other, with Vision Vehicle was our last year, that last year one. And all that adds up to about $5,000 worth of production grant. If you are interested in that, this final deadline, this Tuesday, tomorrow, is the final deadline for that script writing contest. We end the script writing contest part of our submissions early because there's a lot to read, and we get a lot of good submissions for that. So get those in by tomorrow midnight, and definitely see our rules and our terms of rules and terms section in the submissions for the details specific to that. We do have another deadline coming. We do a final deadline coming in April. But if you're interested in the script writing contest, tomorrow is your final deadline for that. So with them not being able to be here today, we did want to talk with someone else who is also producing her film in Waco. So I'm going to bring onto the string with me today Ken Drachman. She is the director of But I'm a Shoe. And Ken, I'm going to actually really just kind of let you take it from there, talk about what this story is, what the script is, and even what is happening with your production in Waco, and maybe some details about dates and stuff.
Sure. Good to see you, Samuel. So my short is called Batama Shoe. I also wrote it. I am an alumna of the festival 2 years in a row. Been at the festival with the Book of Ruth a couple of years ago, and I think not just me. A lot of us submitted stuff last year just because we wanted an excuse to come because we love the festival so much. But got lucky enough to have that script accepted to the festival. And I always tell people one thing that Deep in the Heart does that other festivals don't is, of course, the live reading. So if you get accepted into the competition, you actually get to come and have a local theater company read your script, which was an awesome experience and also an opportunity to kind of test the waters in terms of how the script is doing. And it really was being there last year with the script that made me think, oh, I think maybe we can actually do it. I think I didn't initially imagined I could do it so soon. But being at the festival and really see the community a second year in a row kind of rally behind my work really made me want to do it in Waco, especially because the film takes place at an airport partially, and I'm based in New York, so just the thought of maybe doing it at JFK was absolutely ridiculous. And I'm happy to say that the guys at the airport and Waco Airport were really welcoming, and so we're going to be able to use the airport, which is great. But the story itself is about this girl who has been on one too many flights. Um, she's sick and tired of air travel, so she's using this new experimental service that turns people into small objects
Hmm.
for the duration of the flight to hopefully eliminate annoying things like turbulence and crappy food and lack of room and whatnot. And so she turns herself into a shoe, and it goes terribly wrong. That's about it.
I love it. I love it. And I'm putting up some little links here for people if they want to jump in and see not only what you've done with this, but also your previous stuff. And again, just talking about the Book of Ruth and everything, going back to that, such a beautiful story, guys. Um, I don't want to give anything away, but it's basically a what if of history, and I think it's done with reverence for a real character in history, and it was, and obviously it moved us so much we had to share it with our audience here, and that's what we love about what all of our filmmakers do. But not only something about but I'm a shoe that people don't realize is this is actually a mixed medium situation. So tell us a little bit about that, and I will show your lead, and I will show your art drawings for that.
Yeah, you'd think I said it, and I'm a marketing person. I did not mention that at all. But I will say the Book of Ruth is on Amuleto, so you can, if you go to the link that Samuel put at the bottom, you can definitely see it. It is mixed media, a little bit of live action, which is the parts we're shooting early April in Waco, and then mostly animation, animated by Andrew Dittman, who is also a Waco, formerly Waco-based animator. I found out about him last year in the festival because I saw his other film, Billy, which was incredible, and he's so talented. So it is mixed media, and our star is Janet Varney. You might know her as the voice of Avatar Korra from The Legend of Korra. She's here wearing the yellow shoes provided by Converse. Actually, I reached out to them. I was like, "Will you please donate us a pair of yellow Converse for our movie?" And they're like, "Sure."
Awesome.
I know. So this will be in the movie. And this is an adorable photo. She's a lovely human being. And yeah, I mean, our entire crew is mostly from around Waco, and kind of like everybody that I met over the course of the last 2 years are gonna be a part one way or another. So it's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to make this weird movie.
That's awesome. And we are so happy to have you here and to get to showcase Waco, not just in terms of where you're shooting, but the people who are helping you with your shoot. I know you've got one of your producers is a friend of the fest. She actually helped us out a couple of years while she was a student at Baylor. And then she went on, and it's good to see Rachel doing some great work, and that she gets to do it with people that we love as well. So very
Yeah,
good.
thank you for shouting Rachel out. I'm very like everybody's. It's been really great to work with everyone, and they're on top of everything. And I just feel like I know that I'm coming in April, and I can safely come and just do my job, trust everyone around me. So that's really really great.
Yeah, and you are so yeah. You're going to shoot really starting April 1st. Is I think is your first day of shooting.
It is. I'm like, is this a terrible date to film? I hope nobody get any ideas.
No,
Um, but yeah, we are. It's the first weekend of April, and yeah, we're spending a day at the airport, and then a day uh, at a house which belongs to another friend of the festival, Lori. So really, what I'm saying,
I
everyone's
know.
involved. What? Sorry.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah. Yeah. That weekend,
Great.
indeed.
Great. And that weekend, we're also going to try to get you out. If you guys aren't too exhausted, we're actually going to get you out for what we're doing that evening of April 1st. Basically, it's our 254 showcase. And I'm putting up a graphic up here for this. And this is going to be a fun time. You can get all the details at our website. In fact, I'm going to put that up real quick. If you go to there, this is for locals specifically to be able to showcase their work. And so with that, I want to, I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. See, I'm doing all this behind the scenes, by the way. All right. So with that, Hen, I'm going to say thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and bring on our other guest who's going to host for us. Hen, thank you. See you in April, and
Absolutely.
break a leg with the whole production. All right. So to that end, I am going to bring on Chris. Hey, there he is. Chris is with the Texas Music Cafe, which has been around for for a long time. And you guys have a new facility that's actually in downtown Waco now. It's an expansion of what it was originally. And so you are going to help us host this 254 showcase. But we wanted to give you a chance because we love what you guys do at Texas Music Cafe to kind of just give us an idea of where you're at now, maybe even a little history where you've been, and talk to us about what's going on there.
Right. Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, actually, we started in Waco back in 1997. I like to tease and say I was young, skinny, and good looking back then. And this is what 26 years of television will do to you. So we started right here in Waco. We launched with one program on public television. Within 6 months, it was playing in 94 million homes and syndicated on PBS. We did that for about 10 years. And then bounced around from a bunch of different channels after that, and moved the show around from Austin to San Marcos to Dallas so we moved all over the state. We were at the Hippodrome which is where you guys do your main portion of your festival. We did a season out of the Hippodrome and pulled in Waco, Texas. This is about 15 years ago. Would pull 500 to 700 people on a Thursday night to come see our shows. And we had everybody from Willie Nelson and Lyle Lovett. But mostly the show is about up and coming artists, unknowns, which is in line with what you guys do in a lot of ways. There's a lot of independent artists, and that's kind of our primary focus. And we're still doing it 26 years later. We opened a new facility over here in downtown Waco, about a block away from the Hippodrome. And we're about 7 months into that. And it's a small place. We hold about 75 seats is all. Last week we had Samantha Fish and Jesse Dayton. Jesse Dayton wrote the theme song for the TV show Justified, along with a storied 25 years of career of being a musician in Texas. And Samantha Fish is probably most famous for being like an opening act for Eric Clapton. You typically see her play in front of about 50,000 people. When you look her up on YouTube, you'll see her in front of giant crowds. And she came to Waco and played our place for 75 people. And I've had a lot of people ask me since then, how did you get Samantha Fish to come to Waco? And I said, she called us. We've been making videotapes for musicians and recordings for 26 years, and we got a really good crew. Most of the guys on our crew are the same guys that started 26 years ago. They're really good at their jobs. And so every now and then we have big name artists that reach out to us and say, we want to come do a tape with you. We want to come record.
I love it. I was gonna say, I love a more intimate concert. I've decided I'm done with large concerts. I think the largest I went to was Jack White, and you have to go to one of those. But I love the intimate concerts. I think you get just a better experience through that.
Well, there's a connection that happens. It's everybody that comes to our shows are like, that was like seeing so-and-so in my living room.
Exactly.
And there is a one-on-one connection that just doesn't happen in a big concert. In a big concert, you sometimes get a really cool big vibe to it, to where everybody's kind of in sync, but it is different in a small concert. I think the best example that would be, I tell people, would you have rather seen the Beatles at Shea Stadium in front of 500,000 people, or would you rather see them at the Cavern Club when they first started out? And it's definitely, our place definitely feels more like the Cavern Club than Shea Stadium. So
definitely. And it is, yeah, it's we love it. We love the way you've even just expanded it. So it's intimate, but it's not crowded, which we like. So that's what we'll be doing with our 254 showcase, and we're happy to do that. And I want to speak to the background that you have behind you. I want people to know that's not a picture. That's his actual home setup there.
Yeah, it's my creative space. Everything from video editing to audio recording to just playing guitar. I mean, I got in this business as a musician. That's what got me started in it, and I still try to stay connected to it. But as a TV producer or as a musician, it's important to understand both sides of the glass. Sure. What it's like being on stage as opposed to off stage. And I think that's one of the key things that makes our show unique, unlike performing on a lot of other TV mediums. They're not musicians. Our show is about 95% volunteer, and everyone on our crew is either a musician or an artist. So everything we do is done really with the artist in mind.
Definitely. Well, I thank you again for jumping in with us, getting to talk to us about that, and again, also for helping us host the 254 showcase. I'm going to throw that up real quick again. So that'll be again April 1st, 7 to 10. The focus is on our local 254 people. So we're going to see a variety of stuff that is from people who've already kind of played at the festival, but also we want to showcase new stuff as well. So please check out that link for anyone interested. If you've got new content that you're looking to get out there, see that link. You can submit through there specifically for 254. So to that end, Chris, thank you so much again. And we will definitely see you in April.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Cool. All right. So we do actually have a special guest, not quite advertised, but we do love our alumni. And we actually were chatting with him, I think it was yesterday or the day before. So I'm going to bring in Brian Rollins. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. I am glad to have you. So Brian is an alumni from our first and our third year.
I think that's right. Yep.
Yeah. And his first film that he submitted to us was Penny and Paul. It is an amazing story. Is that available online for anyone to check out?
It's actually on Amaletto now. It's I think a website where they put up all the Academy qualifiers.
Yeah. That's awesome. You want to tell us a little bit about Penny and Paul, and then we'll dive into your current stuff.
Sure. God, yeah. When was that? 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was a while.
That was when I was coming out of my shell as an artist, and that was just a short I wrote shortly after I lost my father, and that was one of, I think, the ways I was dealing with it. And I really like real-time movies, so I wrote it all in one sitting on a drive from LA to Las Vegas, shot it all in one day. Yeah. Only gave myself two takes for each angle and then sent it out to the world. That was my first short I sent out to the world. And Deep in the Heart was one of the first festivals to take it.
Well, I appreciate it. And it is solid work, guys. Check it out on Amaletto, Penny and Paul, just like it sounds. And then, of course, the third year you submitted Lily White, another great one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yep. Yes. And so we are just happy to hear of your current success, which you have co-written or written. I don't want to, because it's a lot of legalese about that, but you're a writer on a film that's being released by Blumhouse. And he showed us a trailer. In fact, I'm going to put a link up here for you guys, and I'll show the trailer in a second here as well. But you guys should definitely check this out. But yeah, tell us a little bit about it and your involvement and how it all came about.
Sure. So these days I make my living as a screenwriter. That is my main job. This was a spec script that we sold to Blumhouse. I think it was a year and a half ago. And it was going to be on the Amazon Into the Blumhouse series for a while. And the woman that directed Catherine Hardwicke Twilight was going to direct it.
Okay.
And as things happen in Hollywood, she fell out, and then we got this other really great director, Yoko. You guys will see from the trailer. It's a very energetic, colorful take on our script. And that'll drop on MGM Plus Amazon in March. All the streaming stuff is still kind of confusing to me, but I know it will be on Amazon and MGM Plus March 7th.
Yeah.
And that's the first movie I've had produced in Hollywood with my co-writer now. And in addition to that, we've got a project with 87 North. They just did Violent Night. They did the John Wick stuff, Atomic Blonde, Bullet Train.
Yeah.
And then the other ones with Kennedy Marshall. Okay. They probably, Indiana Jones. They did that one. So we're waiting to hear back from Universal on those two projects at the moment.
Brian, that is awesome. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show this trailer, and we'll come back and chat a little bit.
You're late.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
You smell like failure. I'm watching you.
Please pick up. Please pick up. Hello? Oh, thank God. I been drugged and kidnapped by my ex, and I can't see anything because I broke my glasses. Who's this?
Are you 911?
No. Could you video call me and guide me to somewhere safe? I don't think I'm the person to do this.
My ex
He's going to kill me. I need you to be my eyes for me. Okay, let's go. No one is getting murdered today. Is he here? Oh no, I see. I'm gonna have to find another phone. Can I use your phone, please?
Absolutely not.
There is a woman who's about to get murdered.
What kind of crack are you smoking? I want my phone back.
It's an emergency. Where is his car?
Keep walking.
Tell me when he's here. Now! Emily!
I can't do it alone. I need you.
Your ass is going to jail.
What the?
Hey, if you got lost in the woods, what would you do?
I wouldn't get lost.
How
There
cool.
it is.
That is cool, man. That is awesome. So, so obviously, when a director takes your script, they can do various things to it. I can tell you're happy with the end product. You're happy that it got done. Is there anything that was interesting about kind of what you guys had originally done that was changed, or did you get like, to get kind of the lucky one where you got the kernel of it stayed all the way through?
She definitely kept the punk rock underdog spirit of it, which was very important to me and my co-writer Sal. Yoko kind of brought out everything that was already in the script, but then put her own very unique stylistic stamp on it. I mean, you guys have seen my other work. I do Americana stuff, but when I direct it, but it's a little bit more subdued, as you know. But I also really like being able to marry comedy, dark comedy, absurd comedy with real drama, and in this case, life and death stakes kind of drama.
Yeah.
You can have a thriller that's all sort of one tone, which is fine. Those are very successful kinds of movies, but it's all very intense, somewhat somber all the way through it. And then you have these other kinds of thrillers, more like Breaking Bad, which combine the comedy and the drama. And it's a really, really delicate balance to put those two tones together. Yeah. So when we talked to Yoko about it, that was something we talked at length about and why she really responded to the script. And there's also, there's tenderness in this too. I think that comes across in the trailer, which is in the other work you guys have seen from me. So she did, it's a collaborative art form, and she made it just amazing, more than I could have imagined.
Definitely. And great casting too, with Jolene Purdy, and of course, Missy Pyle. I mean, you can't go wrong having her in your film. So that is way awesome, man. But Brian, it is great to catch up with you again.
Yeah.
So excited for your success. Thank you for jumping on. I know you were dealing with the fever yesterday.
Sorry, I'm a little slow up here.
Right? No, you're doing great, man. But man, it is awesome. And again, I'm gonna put the link back up because I want people to go check that out. And once again, it's going to be coming streaming on you said MGM Plus, and help me out.
It's Amazon and MGM Plus, so it'll be on there. I think it's on their
pretty much. Yeah, it's really easy. Look up Unseen. It's going to be easy. You can look it up on IMDb, track it through there, track it on Amazon. But man, I'm excited. My wife especially loves a good thriller like that, and so she's over in the side, just kind of like going, "Why did you tell me about this?" I was like, "Well, it was kind of like short notice." But yeah, so she's excited, and I'm excited too. So man, definitely thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you go, and I'll wrap up with our crowd. But man, just keep doing great stuff. Keep letting us know about it, and man, we're gonna trumpet that to the heavens. So
hope to see you guys soon. All right, thanks for having me,
Brian. Appreciate it. Bye bye. Awesome. Cool. So yeah. So again, guys, check that out. It's going to be awesome. And also check out the Deep in the Heart 254 showcase. Come see that on April 1st. Check us out there if you're local to Waco. So let me see. Before I wrap up, I got my notes here. So don't forget about our deadline. You've seen the scroll. Late deadline is tomorrow evening, midnight your time. And that's going to be our final deadline for the script writing part of the contest. And that will also be the late deadline. We have one more deadline for all the other actual project submissions for film related projects and stuff like that. So once again, I am going to say thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to actually end this out by showing the wrap up trailer for our last event to kind of get you guys jazzed about what's going to come up in July of this year as well. So thanks again for watching, and man, I hope you have a great day and get those submissions in. Bye.